Well, hello and welcome back. A very good Kalimera to you from downtown in Peyia. And if you stick with us, we're going to go on the main coast road through Peyia, Coral Bay, Cyprus, Lower Clorica, and of course hit the extremities of Paphos. And you never know, if you're very lucky, we might even get down to the downtown Paphos Harbour. So if you're looking to learn the route from Peyia to Paphos Harbour, this could be that little video that's waiting especially for you. And I tell you what, it really is a spectacality of a day indeed. Middle of October, the weather, what can I say, it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely perfect for people who live in Cyprus, or of course people who come in on a big bird, or perhaps even on a canoe to downtown Cyprus. One or two guys are in town as we speak, just arrived on a big bird. Of course, is the girl who likes a little bit of brightness in her life, Lady Whitney. Found the man of her dreams, Lord of the Jace, of course. We've got the girl known as PM, that's Lady Paula Marie, and of course the Surf Boy Kid, that's her and our Sir Jim, and of course Sir Daniel, and a girl who's always right, Lady Sherry Wright, in downtown Paphos as we speak. If you're in Paphos, drop it in the comments, because we would love to know if some of our family members are in town. And if you're looking for us, well, more often than not, you're going to find us at the King's Restaurant. That's the first restaurant as you enter the Paphos Harbour area, and you'll find us in the rear of house on the building side, sitting there from around about 8 o'clock at night. And if you see us, why not come over and say a big hello. Don't be rude. If you see us with other people, just come over, interrupt, grab a chair, perhaps sit down, let's have a chat, get yourself a drink, and let's put the world to right, as we say. But anyway, like I was saying, we're on the trek from Peyia to Paphos. Straight road all the way. All you've got to do is watch out for the boys and the girls in blue and the odd little white speeding camera van, because otherwise, well, they'll be taking pictures of you and there'll be infringements on your credit card, because you'll have to go on the internet and pay your fine. So stick to the speed limits. Predominantly it is 50 kilometers an hour along here, although there are some variations. Like now it's going to go to 65, and then very quickly it'll drop down to 50 again. So you see, this is how they catch us, isn't it? This is how they do their stuff and manage to get money out of us. Anyway, rant over, Lord Andy and Lady Ness in downtown Shropshire. Hopefully the weather's not treating you too badly down there, and hopefully you're dreaming of Christmas. And then of course not long after that, May will be upon us, and well, you'll be getting on a big bird coming back to downtown Paphos. So what's been going on over the weekend? Let's have a think. What we've been doing? Well, we've been out for dinner, yeah, once or twice with some superstars and some friends as well. And been to Paphos, yeah, we went to the Paphos Bay restaurant, had a meal there with Mariana and Christos. Nice meal as well, and a fabulous evening, it really was. The weather, oh my goodness, sitting right on the beachfront, and absolutely beautiful, and the moon was shining, and there was a big cruise ship out at sea as well, so there was a nice view, and we had like a fish meze, and you know what, it was absolutely fantastic. So we went to the Captain's Bay View, I think it's called, in Paphos. Yeah, they've got a Captain's Bistro in downtown Paphos, and a Captain View, of course, upstairs on the promenade as well. So owned by the same people. But great service, great staff, and great food, and very reasonable prices. I mean, I didn't pay, so I would say that, wouldn't I? But even Christos said, yeah, that was a pretty good price for 4 people to have a meze, and there was 2 bottles of wine, and of course there was a couple of cans of the real thing, Coca-Cola, as well. So I had a time of my life, shall we say. Anyway, there we are. We're exiting Peyia, and we're about to go into Cyprus. And Cyprus is split into 2. You've got the seaside part of Cyprus, and then you've got the village up in the hillside just over yonder. So your choice. Oh my goodness, look at that black Bentley parked up there. Have to get some cash, get ourselves a black Bentley. On that note, if you do like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my little adventures in and around Paphos. And of course, if there is somewhere that you'd like me to go, drop in the comments, and you never know, that video may be coming very soon indeed, especially for you. Now, if you'd like to keep the channel afloat, perhaps gift us a couple of bob or two, all you got to do is hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. If you Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, up will come our landing page. You'll have a choice to read a little bit more about us and perhaps read a comment or two, because people do like to read the comments, don't they? And of course, fingers crossed, you will gift us a coffee or two. I'd like to say a big thank you to one or two of the people who do. If your name's Dayman, thank you very, very much indeed. If your name's Sir Peter, thank you very, very much indeed. If your name's Lord Andy, Lady Ness, thank you very, very much indeed. And of course, if you're the wife of the man in charge of all of the peacocks and your name happens to be Lady Cheryl, thank you very, very much indeed. If you've come back for an adventure in downtown Benidorm and you happen to be a baron and you've got a baroness of a wife, Baron John, Baroness Louise, thank you very, very much for the coffees. And of course, we're looking forward to seeing you when you come back to the Island of Love in November, which is literally just around the corner. And of course, there'll be some big celebrations, retirement celebrations all round, shall we say, and perhaps a song or two at Lofty's Karaoke Bar. You never know. We obviously supply earplugs. Well, I do anyway, because I can't sing. Can I? Our Sir Kev, Lady Zena in downtown Newcastle area. Yep, and a big shout out to the Prince. Who is he? Prince Lorenzo. He's coming to Paphos next year because his grandmother's getting married too. Yep, the man of her dreams, of course, hers and our Sir Kev. Yes, indeed. We're looking forward to that event at the Anemi Hotel. Yeah, one of the best hotels in Paphos, by the way. We really, really do think it is. And of course, we're going to make some special videos. We're going to record the wedding. They're going to hang out in the penthouse at the Anemi Hotel as well. So there'll be another exclusive video on the little channel known as Marika and me. So, downtown Kasonica. What we've got coming up here on the right hand side, this place is called the Atlantica Mare Village Paphos. And nice place, by the way. And of course, it does sit on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. There's plenty of shops and little restaurants and bits and bobs around this area. And of course, if you take a right down there, you'll go straight down to the Kasonica Promenade. You see? And you can twinkle your toes in the blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to get the big boy cigar lit up. I've also got a hot latte as well, so have a quick slurp on that as you enjoy the views of downtown Kasonica, and a bit bumpy on the roads. And here's a game for you. What car is Mr. Paul in today? Yes, he's bought a car and it's got a manual gearbox. Why did it? I don't know. It was cheap. That was the reason. And hopefully I can turn a profit. So perhaps if you want to see this car, go and watch it on Cars and Me, of course on YouTube. And of course, if you want a little bit more of Marika, why don't you go and watch her channel on YouTube, which of course is Marika and You. So those two channel names again, Marika and You, that's where she shows you some of her clothes and her makeup and sits down and has a chat with you. And if you want to see an idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses, smoking a cigar, drinking a latte, losing money, making money, buying them and selling them, that's cars, of course. Hunt me down on Cars on Me. Cars and Me, not on me, although cars normally are on me because I'm losing money. But there we go. Downtown Kasonica. Soon we will be in downtown Clorica, and before you know it, we'll be coming to the end of the video and we'll be in downtown Tomb of the Kings. Then we'll take a right and go down to downtown Cato Paphos for a spectacality of a view straight out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. Let's have a slurp. Not bad. Very nice hot latte, which was picked up from the Atlas coffee shop at the top of Masoi not that long ago. Big boy cigar, let's get it lit. Yep, life's good. Not too bad. Early in the morning, by the way. We picked up 2 cars so far. I'm on my 3rd adventure back to Paphos, shall we say. Nice latte, nice cigar. 1 or 2 other bits and bobs to do. Got to pop to the MOT station once or twice because a couple of cars want MOTs. got to go and get some tyres. What else we've got to do? We've got to go and collect some money, then we've got to go and collect some money, and then we've got to go and collect some money, and I think then we're going to go and collect some money. Then we'll be done. Yeah, not bad. Life is good in downtown Paphos. Perhaps if you're thinking about retiring to Paphos, or perhaps starting a new life in Paphos, it's still possible, you know. I mean, predominantly the people watching the channel are British, aren't they? So, yeah, you know, one or two of you voted for a thing called Brexit, which perhaps wasn't a good idea, because it's made it more complicated for you guys if you want to come to Europe, in particular, obviously to Cyprus. But you can do it, and you haven't got to buy a house, by the way. You can actually get a special visa, provided you've got around about 28,000-ish pounds that you can transfer either in one lump sum to a bank in Cyprus or on a monthly basis. So that could be pension, that could be dividends, or it could be just money that you've saved up, or perhaps funds from selling something. So it is possible to do it. But when you come here, you're not allowed to work. So yes, remember that, you're not allowed to work. Although, you know, yes, we won't talk about it too much. Obviously, many people do. Yeah, on the black market, shall we say. Yeah, so don't be thinking that you can't work if you want to work, but don't be thinking that you're going to earn salaries like you would in the UK. Cost of living in Cyprus is quite a lot lower than the UK, but you're probably going to be looking at earning somewhere around 1,000-ish euros per month. So if there's two of you, a couple of thousand. At the moment in Cyprus, rents is a bit of a problem. Other bills, electricity is quite expensive as well. So you probably will struggle on a couple of thousand of income. So you would need, I would say, 3,500-ish euros per month if you want to survive, by the way. And of course, many retirees have got much bigger income than that, shall we say. But you can do it, don't get me wrong. You can survive on a couple of thousand a month if you've got a modest car and a modest apartment, shall we say. Perhaps go out to eat once a week or so. Pick and choose where you go shopping, because huge variation in shopping prices, food prices in supermarkets, and that's even in the big chains, by the way. So you find people going to Papa Antonio's to buy, I don't know, let's say milk and bread, then they get back in the car and go to Skevanides to buy their cheese and their ham, then they go to Pop Life to buy their bacon and their Coca-Cola, these kind of things. And just by doing that, they save a small fortune. Yeah, I know it's similar in lots of countries, isn't it? Supermarkets entice you in with special offers and then, of course, pull your pants down and give you a good smacking. Yeah, that's what they do. That's life, isn't it? Anyway, we're about to hit Paphos. You see, you have got to put up with me for that much longer. Very shortly, there will be a sign telling us that we have arrived in Paphos, just in case you don't believe me. And then we'll go along Tomb of the Kings, which is a busy tourist area, if you don't know it, if you're new to the channel. And then we'll take a right at the Paphos Mall roundabout, and we'll head down to downtown Cato Paphos Harbour. I think this Toyota Avensis in front is getting a tow. Is it on tow, or is it just blind as a bat? Who knows? But a strange car for Cyprus, by the way, because it's an estate car, and estate cars in Cyprus are not very popular at all. Now, I can tell that car is what, 2005, 2006 car, and it's on MYH plate. So it came into Cyprus in around about 2013, 2014. So the odds are it's a car from the UK, and the odds are it's got an expat driving it. So perhaps they're short-sighted. Who knows? Luckily they stopped at the roundabout because the man in the Land Rover wasn't using his indicator. Quite common in Cyprus. If you are driving around in Cyprus, by the way, don't be scared to drive around in Cyprus, but be very aware. I mean, if you're from, say, London, you will be very aware because there's people coming at you from everywhere. But if you're from, I don't know, the Outer Hebrides, like North Wales, those kind of things, it's not often that you see a car. But in Cyprus, they can appear from anywhere. And if they're indicating, don't believe them. It doesn't mean they're turning, okay? It doesn't mean it. If they flash you, it doesn't mean they want you to come out. It's just, they're just flashing you without the raincoat. Anyway, they are Tesla there. You see, Tesla. Who's got a Tesla? Oh, I know, Lord Marcus. He's coming to Paphos soon as well. And he's bringing his girl, Lady Jodie. And hopefully he does us the honour have come in to sit with us for a while, and we can talk about the pluses and the minuses of a Tesla. And there's an awful lot of minuses, isn't there? So we'll be there a while as he convinces me to go and buy an electric car. And you never know, I might do. You see, I might go and buy a Tesla and set myself on fire somewhere in and around downtown Peyia Paphos. Tomb of the Kings is coming up, I promise you. And of course, Baron John, Baroness Louise, they get excited when they come to the Tomb of the Kings because they've got an apartment in the Tomb of the Kings. So they know the Tomb of the Kings very, very well. So here we go. Tomb of the Kings is literally coming up on this roundabout, and if you take a right at this roundabout, you go into the Tomb of the Kings archaeological site, and if you cross their palms with €2.50, they'll let you in, and you can wander around the mosaics and those bits and bobs. And also you get a great view of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And as we all understand in Cyprus, there are one or two things that are always for sure. Well, it's actually three. The sky is always blue, the sea is always blue, Mr. Paul, yep, he's always dressed head to toe in blue, so that must mean one thing. All that is missing is you. So come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, guess what? We're waiting, especially for you. Yes, indeed. Now, there's two young ladies whizzing along on little electric scooters, which you may have noticed out the corner of your eye, and the Cypriot government, in their great wisdom, have now banned electric little scooters unless you're using them on the bike lanes, and we haven't got many bike lanes, so therefore it's going to be quite difficult to whiz around on a little electric scooter. But I spoke to my mate, the policeman called Paphos, and he said, nah, we're sort of turning a bit of a blind eye to it because it's not really fair. But be warned, isn't it? Make sure you got your crash helmet on, make sure you got a little helmet on, and make sure you got a high-vis vest on. And he said then most of the local police will turn a blind eye to you unless you're going the wrong way down places and knocking people over and all those kind of things. So word of warning, if you are on an electric scooter, technically it's illegal. But we did notice there was one coming there on the left hand side, and there is a car with flashing blue lights in front of us, which means it's a police car. And well, they probably didn't even notice, to be honest, because in fairness to the Cypriot police, they are very, very good at ignoring things, because they are more focused on going for a frappe and those kind of things, or more focused on more important crime, shall we say, which is a good thing, isn't it? They're not bothered about trivia, shall we say. But they don't like speeding, remember, don't like that one. They don't like it. Well, they know it's an easy way to make money, isn't it? So here we go. Right, King's Avenue Mall is on the left. This is the King's Avenue Mall roundabout, as we call it. We are taking a right, and we are now heading down deep into downtown Peyia Paphos. I promise you, a spectacality of a view indeed, straight out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. So don't click off just yet. And like I keep telling you, if you do like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I talk mumbo jumbo and take you on my travels. And I was talking to a chap the other day in the harbour, and he said it's a little bit like a radio show. I don't know if he meant that as a compliment or an insult. I think he meant it as a compliment, so drop in the comment. Do you like Mr. Paul's little chats as we go on our travels? And what would you like Mr. Paul to talk about? Because I can talk about anything, by the way. I can talk about cigars, I can talk about cats, I can talk about cars, dogs, whatever you like me to talk about. And talking about cats, we got a new cat, and I'll tell you the story. We got a family member. He's called Sir David. He's got his own blonde beauty, by the way. That's Lady Angie. And he's sold up his house, and he said to me, would you buy my car? So I said, yes, I'll buy your car. So I bought his car. And he then said, very clever man, you see. He hasn't given me the car yet. And he said, we got a cat. So I said, yeah, go on then, chuck the cat in with the car. There we go. So have I got a good deal? I don't know. But I got a nice little cat. And she is, just let me die, I got a slight cold. I've got this beautiful little cat, They call her Simba, so we've stuck with it, although I call her TC as well, which obviously is top cat. And she really is the top cat, by the way. She literally goes out just to do that little thing that she needs to do, and the rest of the day she just sits on the balcony, sits in the lounge, sits on the sofa, and, well, she thinks she's in downtown paradise. And, well, she is. She is, yeah, she is. She's got some dreamies. She gets dreamies all the time, and has a great time indeed. Shall we keep going to the back so you get as close to the blue Mediterranean Sea as possible? Do you fancy that? Yeah. And I'll keep chomping on a bit about my cat. So we've got a new cat, and we're going to get her on camera one of these days. We're going to have her sitting on either my lap or Marika's lap while we chit chat to you guys. So hopefully, and she's quite talkative as well, quite communicative. So she might have a chat with you as well. You never know. I tell you to get on that big bird or that canoe and get yourself down to downtown Peyia Paphos, because that's the main event. That's where it's all about. We're to the rear of the harbour restaurants, by the way. This is a totally free car park, and the main car park in the harbour is free as well, by the way. So if you're in a car, whether you've borrowed it, stolen it or hired it, don't worry about parking it. You'll be all right. Now, look at that. That is a view quite simply worth dying for, and that is the view straight out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. Of course, this is the brand new sunset viewing point, and that is the rather old Paphos Castle. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to your company again very soon indeed. Let's like the big boy. Been talking too much, it's gone out again. Let's have a bit of a latte, shall we? Yep, there's no doubt about it. Life is good. See you again soon.